We're live. Welcome, Riddell Sports Network. I am Dan. This is Dave.
Bronx Bombers, baby.
And this is the baseball episode. So we've been talking a lot of NFL on our Wednesday stream. So we figured, let's talk some baseball. This is technically the regular season's over, but today there's a doubleheader with the Mets and the Braves. First game's already over. The Mets won and they've clinched, but we're still waiting on the Braves. If the Braves win, they're in. If the Braves lose, the Diamondbacks are in. So we're still waiting on that, but we'll talk about that shortly. Let's start with some news. Pop over here. So starting in 2025, Dave gets his wish. The MLB All-Star Game, the players are going to wear their primary home and away jerseys. So they wore those nasty ass whatever they were for the Texas Rangers one.
We don't have to see these hideous jerseys anymore. No, I like this. We just talked about this. I think it's a great idea. I mean, see the variety of teams in there and everything. Mm-hmm. I like it. I mean, they could flash up the uniforms a little bit. You know, they don't have to specifically wear theirs. You know what I mean? But maybe like the pinstripes, maybe doing flip color or something like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's hot though. I like them wearing the different jerseys.
You know what I think they should do is wear their primary jerseys. So the Yankees would be wearing the aways because this one's in Atlanta. So the NL's the home team. So you wear your New York away jerseys, but you wear them in Braves colors. So it's still, all the teams have their regular look, but they're in the colors of the home team who's hosting the All-Star game.
Yeah,
I think that'd be a lot of fun, but because they got to sell their special jerseys, right? That's why they were doing this. You don't want to
have the normal jersey. You got to put some kind of flash on it.
Yeah, they got to make that $100 a piece off of those. But yeah, this is fun. They got to figure out. Well, actually, baseball's the only All-Star game that matters, right? So it's the only one with any consequence. Sad times for the Chicago White Sox. Ed's ears just twitched. 41 wins, 121 losses. Playoff odds 0.0 to make postseason. That was probably since August. I think they were officially eliminated. Yeah, they won a couple games to get over 40 at the end of the year, but
the roster is bad. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, but 121 losses, you can't blame it on coaching, but there's got to be a ton of things wrong. But I mean, they had a few good pitchers.
Yeah,
I mean, you look up and down the lineup, it's not that bad. They got some young dudes that can hit it.
No, it just looks like a 65 win team.
Definitely not a 100 win team, but
no. But I mean, across the board, they have names who I guess are just playing badly, playing down. Like Benintendi he hit 229, so I guess name doesn't bring it all, but
Tommy Pham was hitting. I mean, at least against the Yankees, I know he was batting 80 or something at the time. He was batting a ton.
Yeah, and they traded a bunch of people at the deadline, which they should have traded more because what are you playing for at that point?
Yeah, you should have definitely.
Man, manager Pedro Grifol. Then Grady Size, he was obviously fired after a 28-89 start.
That's got to be a long season.
Man. God. Probably found.
And is there any hope for next year? You know?
No.
What are you going to win 10 more games next year?
Poor Grady Sizemore. He's going to be injured somehow. I can't do it. Charlie Blackmon retires after how many seasons? Let's see.
10 or 11? Was it 11?
I thought it was 14 seasons.
Nice.
All with Colorado. Best player in Colorado history? I like Larry Walker, Todd Helton.
Wasn't Dante Bichette there for a while?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was cool what they did. They sent him out on the field by himself to take the field and let the fans. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, there was one more thing I had to add, but I totally forgot about it before we started. But solid player, played over 100 games in most of his career. with the exception of 2020. So that was the shortened COVID season. And then only 96 games last year.
He had a streak where there was a handful of.
Fifth in the MVP voting, 4 straight All-Star appearances. Hall of Famer?
Colorado Hall of Fame.
Colorado Hall of Fame, yeah. 227 home runs. He was more of a singles guy. 293 average. Pretty good. Especially in this era where everyone bats.
These days.
Yeah.
40 is acceptable.
Yeah, his name will be retired for Colorado, but I don't think he'll be a MLB Hall of Famer. Yeah, great career overall. Guys like that are always, I think it's more impressive he stayed with Colorado, but those are the types of dudes you'd like to see get one crack with like the Phillies or someone like that. But congratulations to Charlie Blackmon. Not many people get to play for 14 years, especially at that level. So, the other one, did you see what was happening at the Oakland A's game? Where the guy was
all the stuff out.
Yeah, they were ripping out seats, and there was a dude who was on the field scooping dirt for people.
Yeah, and handing out bottles. I love the signs though. All the fans had signs: "Don't leave. Oakland's nothing without the A's." Blah blah blah. How about put fans in the seats? They said their average attendance was like 9,000. If you put fans in the seats, they would have never left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to whine now that they're gone.
And it's weird because there are probably some super loyal fans who it's going to suck for. But your city is a bad city to live in.
Plus, you're running a business. You can't run a business with 9,000 asses in the stands. You know what I mean?
But even back in, the 90s, Oakland was a rough place, but now it's 10 times worse.
Yeah.
You are a hop, skip, and a jump from San Francisco. It's like a short train ride away. So you can go and see. You still have an MLB team within a reasonable distance. So
that stadium was run down. They were showing all around it, all the missing stuff, exposed wires, rotted seats, and
guys just pulled the seats out. They didn't even need tools. Good Lord. But yeah, Oakland will be in Las Vegas in 2027, 2028. All right, so Yankees injury news. Now, we have Anthony Rizzo, who's hip on the hand and fractured 2 fingers. I love this Ben Rice picture where he's decked out in Yankee stuff with his Red Sox siblings. So, Rizzo was hit by a pitch and fractured 2 fingers, and Cortez has an elbow injury on the 15-day DL. So, who's the starting rotation for the Yankees? Obviously,
first round of the playoffs going to be Cole, Rodon, and Hill probably.
Shouldn't it be Schmidt?
I think they're wanting Schmidt for the middle. You know what I mean? Like a couple innings and hold it down if the starters don't go far.
Yeah.
Like it'd be nice to piggyback him off Hill, have Hill go 5, and then have Schmidt jump. Yeah, Nestor. I mean, it's becoming a thing with Nestor. Don't think it really hurts Yankees this round because he's not going to start anyway.
Yeah. I don't think he'd start in any round, really.
No. And he's bitching about being in the bullpen and blah, blah, blah. And they would have got something for him in a trade.
Why did some of these people think they're so much better than they are? Did he not watch his season this year?
No.
Once they figured out him, you called it.
Yeah.
They're just racking him.
That's what happens when you throw 90. You got to be so accurate. CeCe found that out in his last years.
Yeah.
And you're throwing that slow, you better hit that spot. If you don't hit that spot, that's going to be a long way. That's BP fastball.
Yeah.
And the little drop down thing, it works now and again, and it's entertaining. But yeah, these are major league hitters that smash that.
Whatever happened to playing for the team, though?
Yeah. I told you. That's what made me fall in love with IKF. I fell in love with him. He said, I don't care what I do. Pinch run me. I'll play outfield, infield. He said, I don't care. I'll come off the bench.
Bro was running the hot dog stand between innings.
Yeah, he said, I don't care what I do. I just want to help the team. Dudes like that are hard to find.
Yeah. And that was Phil Hughes is my favorite example of that because he was like a middling starter, kind of Nestor Cortez-ish. And when they put him in the bullpen for that 2009 World Series run, he was nasty.
Yeah.
Like just disgusting. But for Rizzo, they're going to replace him with Ben Rice. And Scott Efros, who's had like a long injury journey return here.
Yeah, the problem with him was he came back and I think he was double A maybe, and I guess his numbers just weren't right. They said he still wasn't back to form.
Mark Leiter activated from paternity list.
He was a disappointment. I thought he was going to come over and do something. He throws BP. I hope they put Oswaldo over at first. Ben Rice can be his backup. Let Cabrera eat. The kid can hit. He can definitely play. He brings good energy.
So is Chisholm still playing third?
Yes. But Oswaldo's just been playing here and there at first base.
Okay. Now, so infield will be Chisholm, Volpe, Torres, Cabrera.
I'm hoping Cabrera, yeah. Because Ben Rice, I mean, he had a good little run the first week or so, but I mean, they screwed him up. They pulled him out, sat him down for 3 games, played him again. I mean, you gotta let these little kids. I mean, little kids. You got to let these young kids eat. I mean, let them play.
Yep.
It's hard enough to adapt to the big scene, and you're gonna let them play and then take them out. You know what I mean?
It's hard for veterans to do that.
Yeah, it's tough.
But it's an Aaron Boone thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a baseball thing as a whole, but Aaron Boone is. All right. Juan Soto's weird about free agency. So he was asked, he knocked out his home run in, was it Seattle?
Yeah.
Was the final spot. So he's homered in all 30 MLB ballparks, all 30 MLB teams.
At 25, too. Crazy.
Been around for what? This is like his 7th season,
18 or something, 19.
He won a World Series at 19. But he got weird about it and started. You can explain it better than I can, but
yeah, he was asked about how he felt about the home runs he hit in all these parks, and he said, "Yeah, that's something I'd like to, good thing I'd like to take into free agency." Come on, man, you're going to the playoffs. Why would you even bring that up right now? That just proves the point that he's going to break the bank.
Yeah.
So he'll be a Met next year for $900 trillion. Because Mets just open the checkbook.
Yeah, and it always works out for them. Look what happened when they bought all these players.
Yeah.
They were horrible. They traded them away, and now they're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They have a high payroll still, but it's a lot of solid players.
Yeah.
Whoops. I don't know. I think he needs to focus on the damn playoffs, but his words aren't going to affect him. Going to affect the people around him. He's not affected by much.
Yeah, the people around him. I mean, the players are probably like, "Huh,
yeah,
this dude's talking about free agency. We're trying to do something here."
Yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah,
just focus on the damn game and then go get your money. I think I'm just in a different mindset because if it's me, would I rather make $60 million playing for the Pirates, or would I make $40 million playing for the Yankees?
I think Yankees will give him 50 too. You know what I mean? I think they'll give him the 50. But then on the other hand, do you get him for 50 or 60 million, or do you go get a Corbin Burns or something like that, and you get a couple pitchers, and then you know what I mean?
All day I would.
Yeah, I would too.
And you got Dominguez and Spencer Jones you're waiting on. Yeah. People are worried about Spencer Jones strikeouts. You know who else they're worried about strikeouts?
Judge.
Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
They're the same guy from the opposite side of the plate.
Yeah.
Call up Spencer Jones and let him sit with Judge every single day.
Yeah.
It's easy. You got the guy to teach the guy. Yeah. So, and then you have Judge in right, Jones in left, and Dominguez in center. There's no room for Soto.
Yeah.
So it's fine. And then, yeah, I'd take that 60 million, go get Corbin Burns, and there's got to be someone else out there. Yeah. But Alex Bregman it was a curtain call type send off, quote unquote send off in his final home game. So they took him off the field middle of the inning so that he could get a standing O from the crowd. So it seems like this is Bregman's last year, his last game as an Astro. So thoughts on?
I mean, that's pretty cool, but when you be like, damn, that means you're not even going to try to sign me?
No.
You know what I mean? Just you're done?
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's kind of, not quite Jeter-esque feeling, but it's kind of good. You take care of, one of your stars and won you some championships.
Yep. One championship.
Oh, he didn't have two?
No, the Astros only have one championship. The 2017 one does not count.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say I thought they had two.
They do.
Cheating bastards.
Cocksuck. Oh, yeah. That I don't count that. When they won that other one, I congratulated them for winning their first World Series as a franchise.
See, they're not allowed to have metal trash cans anymore, right?
They were taking people out of the stands the next spring training. People were bringing trash cans to mess with them.
Nice.
It was in like Florida or whatever. And I just don't like how comfortable people got like with this guy. He looked like Dennis right there.
Yeah.
But like if it was me and I was like Joe Kelly, remember that with Alex, what's his name?
Austin.
Alex Correa.
Oh, I thought you were talking about when he was going to fight Tyler Austin. What the hell was his name?
Yeah.
Austin.
Tyler Austin.
Yeah. All right.
But
That
it was
awesome.
Carlos Correa. What's that idiot's name that played shortstop for Astros?
Yeah.
Is it Alex or Carlos?
Carlos.
He like buzzed him.
Yeah. And he
The
talked
next
all
year-
kinds of trash. Yeah. He
But
said, "Stop crying." Was that the one where he was doing the
Yep,
crying?
yep.
Yeah.
the guy's a nut. But if it's me, that's all I'd want to ever do to these guys.
Yeah.
If I was the Yankees or the Dodgers, who
You can't
both got
blame
screwed.
people. Judge
No.
got screwed out of an MVP.
And just because it was 7 years ago doesn't mean that it's not BS.
No.
So, I'm just gonna throw this one over to you. Cut by Pirates, Rowdy Tellez, because I didn't hear about this till you told me.
Yeah.
Was 4 plate appearances from a $200,000 bonus.
I mean, and what does it mean to the franchise? 200,000. You know what I mean? To this dude who's never really gotten a huge contract, that's a lot of money. But you should have taken care of him. That's just wrong. He sticks it out all year with you, and then you screw him. That's awful.
They dirted him like it was a $200 million bonus.
Yeah.
Like,
Now you like, if it was high, I could see it, but 200,000, they spend that on the way home. You know what I mean? That's garbage.
One of the dirtiest things I've seen.
Wait, let me get this straight. I don't have a job, and I don't have 200,000.
They should have waited till it was one more plate appearance.
Or let him go up to the plate at that appearance, let him almost get in the box, be like, time, we made a mistake.
He works a 3-0 count and they take him out.
That's awful.
This is why people don't like you, Pittsburgh Pirates. The hell?
Yeah, that's
Go on to some better news. The Detroit Tigers make the playoffs, which literally out of nowhere. So the whole season you're looking at Seattle and Minnesota. Some people had an eye on Boston thinking they could sneak in, but it was mostly Kansas City was the big surprise to start the year.
Yeah.
And then you're looking at Seattle and Minnesota for those 2 out of 3 wild card spots. And all of a sudden Detroit goes on a tear and goes 86 and 76. They were sellers at the trade deadline.
Yeah, they went 16-6 in September, and Seattle, what a disappointment. I was so high on them. They got the young studs. They got a good staff. I mean, man, what happened? But yeah, good for Detroit. I like the underdog guy. You know what I mean?
I'll be rooting for him against
everybody else.
Astros, especially. Yeah. But they might have their shortstop of the future, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
How quickly did that come around? I'm like, it's going to bite the Yankees in the ass when they trade him to the Dodgers.
When you said that, he literally came up. Like, I was watching the games. They played the Yankees, and they brought him up. I think he played the Yankees.
His first start was against,
And then, like, maybe a week later, he hits his first home run. I said, nice, here we go.
Yeah, so the thing was, I was dunking on the Yankees for trading him. And then the Dodgers trade him to the Tigers for Jack Flaherty. I believe it was Jack Flaherty. And I'm like, the Dodgers are going to regret that. And then not 3 days later is he up in the bigs. Yeah. Unreal. But that dude, keep an eye on him. I'm telling you. Rookie of the Year 2025. Bank on it. I don't like how they do Rookie of the Year. Like how you can play half the season and then...
Yeah, it's weird. That's why they wouldn't let Dominguez come up early, because it would have he was still qualified next year for being a rookie.
Yeah.
They didn't want him to get all of his games in or something like that.
Ugh.
And Tigers
So
got
weird.
the hell other Austin outfielder.
Harry Carpenter?
No, the Austin. I can't think of his. He's going to be a stud in Torkelson.
Parker Meadows good.
Parker Meadows. I don't know why I was thinking of
because Austin Meadows is his brother.
Gotcha.
He played for Tampa.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking Austin. But yeah, and him, Riley Green, Torkelson, they got some.
Carey Carpenter's a stud too.
Yeah, they got some scrappies.
Yep. And Parker Meadows is definitely.
I had Austin on the brain watching him play with Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Colt Keith, by the way, Jace Young is the younger brother of the guy who plays for the Rangers.
Oh yeah, nice.
They got a lot of studs. Torkelson didn't work out as quickly as I thought he would, but he's still only 25.
Yeah,
he's been around for 3-4 years. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Tigers got a big bright future going. The Phillies, who were leading the way for the entire season, blew it in September, and the Dodgers take the 1 seed. Do you think that will end up benefiting the Phillies?
I just hope they come out of their little funk. Yankees went through this, a couple months ago. I just hope they get out of it in time because we both like Phillies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're 4-6 in their last 10, and 14-9 in September, which isn't horrible. But with this roster and this staff, I mean,
yeah. I
looked at the stats and their ERA isn't bad. Their averages aren't bad. You know what I mean? I couldn't see where they were losing it, and they were. How many runs was it? 35 runs in the last 6 games they've given up, including like 3 of them were double digits. I'm like, what is going on? I think they'll be fine though once they get in the playoffs and get that blood pumping. I think they'll be fine.
Oh yeah,
hopefully
get that crowd behind you.
Hopefully, because if they limp in, they might have an early exit. Because Mets was one of the team that was smacking the hell out of them.
So if the Mets win the second game of the doubleheader, and we'll check on that score shortly. Then they will play the Dodgers in the winner play, or they'll play the Padres. Winner plays the Dodgers. So they wouldn't see the Mets to the NLCS. But if the Braves win, the Mets will play at the Brewers, and the winner plays the Phillies. So I don't think you want that if you're the Phillies. All right, little cash or trash baseball edition. The Dodgers are the team to beat. Is Freddie Freeman out for the postseason?
I think it's just like a day-to-day type thing. I think he's going to play. He rolled his ankle going to first base.
Tyler Glasnow is out.
Too.
Really?
Yeah.
Glasnow is out.
That sucks because he's filthy.
Isn't Dustin May's out?
Is he? I'm not.
Let's check the Dodgers injury list.
Yeah, Glasnow is a good number 1.
Kiermaier day-to-day. Kershaw's on the 15-day IL. Brusdar, Graterol. A lot of Dodgers going out. Gavin Stone's pretty solid. Gonsolin, Glasnow. They got a lot of injuries. But it seems like a lot of pitching, so their offense is still looks. Freddie Freeman expects. Well, it's good for the Dodgers they got that first round bye because it'll give Freeman some time to rest. He expects to be in the lineup for game 1 of the NLDS. And you can't DH him because of Shohei.
Yeah.
So, and Shohei's not going to pitch, so really they have Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And then they're Walker Buehler. They're what the hell am I trying to say? Their pitchers who are available aren't exactly blowing you off the page. Easy
right
for
now,
me to say.
Whoever bats after Shohei better hit good because Shohei ain't seen a pitch. When it matters.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I'm up 5. He can get a pitch, but that's that. You're not seeing it.
Why wouldn't you at this point just lead him off and put Mookie or Freddie Freeman behind him?
Yeah,
that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Like, stop all this nonsense of, oh, he needs to be cleanup hitter. The dude stole 50 bases, so he can be your leadoff guy.
Yeah.
Unreal.
I think it's up to like 59 or something now. Jesus.
Someone was saying he's the best baseball player of all time. 4 years into his major league career. Get the hell out of here. I get it. He pitches. How many innings has he pitched this year?
My thing is, with the MVP, I said it before, there's no way, even if he pitches to a 4.5 ERA, we'll say, there's no way anybody else will ever win MVP.
No.
If he hits 280, 35 home runs, there's no way anybody will ever win MVP till he retires. Because how can you compare them stats?
You can't.
There's no way. He can even bat 260
or
with
220.
Yeah, with 25 home runs. How can you compare that?
If one of the two is decent,
yeah, it's over.
Yeah. So they should just he should be able to win the Cy Young based on only pitching, and the MVP based on only hitting.
Exactly.
It's the only way to do it.
Yeah, it is.
Ridiculous. But I mean, he's ridiculous. Like, dude's nasty. All right. Here we go. Asher Trash, Paul Skeens is NL Rookie of the Year. I'll throw it to you first. So for stats, he's got an 11-3 record, a 1.96 ERA, 133 innings pitched, and 170 strikeouts.
I mean, I'd say this is cash. The first time I seen him was the other day against the Yankees, and man, oh my God, Yankees look lost. I mean, this kid's having a good time. He's out there chuckling and smiling. Yeah, I'd say this is cash. I didn't think he was going to make it the year. You know what I mean? Throwing that hard, and
yeah,
I didn't think he was going to make it, but kid looks good. My God.
The thing about him is his motion looks so smooth that it doesn't seem like he's stressing.
You're right, it does. That's the first time I actually watched him, and it looks like he's trying to throw 50.
Yep. Yeah, he's nasty. But let me take you over to a little guy called Jackson Merrill. It's funny when you trade Juan Soto away and immediately find a replacement who's having a comparable season. Not as many home runs, of course, but all around, Merrill's a better defender. Average is about the same. And I mean, you got a kid who's 292 with 24 home runs, 162 hits. I was looking for his strikeout numbers because I know they're low. I was wrong. He 101 strikeouts, which isn't terrible in 156 games. It's still pretty good. I thought it was lower for some reason.
290 and still struck out over 100 times.
Yeah. Not bad. But defensively is where a lot of his value is as well. I just think it's going to be Paul Skeens because they like to ride on the popular name when they do this stuff. But I think it should be Jackson Merrill. So cash, what was the question again? Paul Skeens is NL Rookie of the Year. I'm going to say cash, but trash that it should be Jackson Merrill. And he came out of nowhere.
Yeah, he did.
So it's the same kind of thing with Judge and we were talking about before with Judge and Bobby Witt. A lot of the stats are comparable, but it's just we know which way it's going to go.
Yeah.
And the last thing, so this is in regards to the postseason. Cash or trash, you should rest starters when you still have something to play for. Obviously, if you have nothing to play for, then rest them. But
yeah, this drove me nuts. The Yankees are playing. They're trying to pass Cleveland for the best record, so you get home field all the way through. Day one, Judge, Rizzo, Chisholm and Torres. I don't know. They sat four of them. I'm like, all right, they took a day off, whatever. Next day, went with another four of them, different for them. Soto, blah blah blah. But like, what are you doing? Get this locked down. Stay at home. You know what I mean? Get home field all the way through. Home field definitely benefits Soto in right field. You know what I mean? You don't have him in a huge field. He gets to play better defense. You know what I mean? You don't have much room to cover. I mean, just be at home. That New York crowd in the playoffs. Oh my God, get as much. Luckily, Cleveland lost, and they want him getting anyways. But
yeah,
I mean, get that home field advantage. They got 5 days to rest. You know what I mean?
That's the point, right? So their last game was yesterday.
Yeah.
So they're getting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off, no matter what.
Yeah.
Like what?
It didn't make sense. Just another weird way of Boone coaching. It drives me absolutely crazy.
Yeah. That's the only thing that would suck about the Yankees winning the World Series is he would get a ring and people are like, oh, yeah, he's the guy. Really?
No, you're not.
Jesus. But yeah, he's a very stressful individual to deal with. But
he just tries to overthink everything. He thinks he's home playing a video game. No, it's not that complicated.
Right.
If somebody's going to get hurt, they're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Now, if you already clinched, all right, Judge shouldn't be on the field, Soto shouldn't be on the field. You know what I mean? Absolutely. But get that home field advantage. I don't know. I don't get it.
To me, though, baseball is such a rhythm thing that no matter what, like even if Judge doesn't play the field, I'm DHing him for the rest of the season.
If it wasn't for that scrub Stanton, he could DH more often.
Yeah. Yeah. If Stanton gets hot in the playoffs, the Yankees are going to be dangerous because we know when Stanton's hot, he's hot. And when he's not, he's one of the worst players.
Did you watch some of the games this past week?
No.
This dude's missing curveballs by
Oh, no.
I'm not exaggerating. I could definitely go right now with what I'm wearing, walk out on the field, and look as bad as this dude did. He's missed him by 2 feet.
Yeah.
They kept rewinding. They're trolling him on the game, and they just keep showing that he's missing the ball. It's not even close. The ball's in the other batter's box in the dirt, and this dude's swinging like it's a belt-high fastball. It's insane. Who the hell were they? Might have been the series before Pirate. But watch it. He's missing it. I mean, the ball's not even close.
What's the deal with these off-color gloves and stuff that people are wearing?
They do the tealish color.
Yeah, it was like a mint green the dude on the Braves was wearing.
Yeah, these guys do it too. They wear like a weird tealish. I don't know what it's for.
Yeah, it's like a light blue that Judge always wears.
Yeah, he's got it right down the bottom in the middle.
And then the one for the Braves was like a more green.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit with their uniforms at all. I thought it was like a Father's Day thing, but he's been wearing it every day. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, Jazz was wearing it too, and a couple of them were.
It's probably like some sort of fashion thing or something.
Yeah.
All right, so let's head out. We're gonna do our playoff predictions, and that we'll see you tomorrow for those, and then Wednesday for our usual NFL and had some sad NBA news. I don't want to end on that note.
Yeah, that's good. Lord.
All right, end on a positive note. So we'll catch you guys on Tuesday with our MLB playoff predictions.